Today, I'm showing you the new Claude AI agent that can control your browser. It clicks buttons for you, it fills out forms, it builds apps. And the crazy part, Claude Code 2.0 can now code for 30 hours straight without stopping. I built a full website, a game, and multiple apps in under 20 minutes. No coding skills needed, just tell it what you want and watch it work. This is going to change how you build things online. Claude Code 2.0. Build anything. Today, we're going to be looking at Claude 2.0 and the new agentic release of this. This is using Claude Sonnet 4.5, and this is basically like a coding agent in your terminal that you can give it directions. So, for example, if we open up the terminal here, you can see on the full screen that we can basically do a web search and then basically build anything we want. That could be a website, an app. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it and how to set up today, along with free video notes. So if you want to get all the copy and paste instructions from me, plus explain the video, then you can get that directly inside the AI Money Lab, link in the comments description. Essentially, if you're wondering, okay, what is Claude 2.0? What is it, etc.? How does it work? So it's a revolutionary AI coding assistant, and it's powered by Claude Sonnet 4.5, which literally just came out. Now I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use it and how to save time with it and how to use it and build anything with it. All right. So what is Claude 2.0? It's an autonomous agentic coding platform powered by Claude Sonnet 4.5, designed to transform how developers build software. Now, you don't need to be a developer to be able to use this, right? So for example, if you want to use this and you have no coding experience, that is okay, my friend. I'll show you exactly how I use it. And I'm not a coder at all, but it is quite easy for me to use and it doesn't require any sort of coding. That's a beautiful thing about using an AI agent directly inside here, right? As we go through now, you can see that basically it can help plan, code, test, and deploy things for you autonomously. So, for example, we exit out of here and we check out this website that I coded. Basically, all I said, and this was just like a one-click prompt, was research Julian Goldie and then go out and build a website for him, right? It was really easy and simple to do. So it doesn't take long to do. It is super simple and easy. And you can follow my step-by-step instructions today and just learn exactly how to use it. All right, so we're going to keep going through the slide notes right now. And essentially what you can also do is this works across multiple languages. So if you're trying to code in different languages, you're not just restricted to English or something like that. And also this is CLI first, right? So it works inside the terminal, but then you can also use it with Visual Studio Code as well. And you can see an example of how the terminal would look right there, okay? So as we go through this, in terms of what it can actually do, now it actually has checkpoints, so it automatically saves code states before changes. Basically, what that means is if you code something in and you don't like it, you can just roll it back, right? You don't need to be able to wait you don't mess up all your code if you make a mistake. Top of that, you've got sub agents, so you can delegate specific tasks to specialized AI assistants inside there. You've got like webhooks and that sort of thing, Visual Studio Code integration, and it works really well. On top of that, you also have the Claude Agent SDK, so you can actually build custom AI agents inside Claude Code. And then you've got different ways you can use it. So you can use it inside, for example, you've got Claude Code over here, but you also have Cursor, and Cursor can use Claude as well. And then you have GitHub as well. And you can see the comparisons here in terms of how they work, right? So for example, there's no native checkpoint system inside Cursor compared to Claude Code, according to this. And then in terms of real world case studies, like you could build invoice management, you could, for example, like fully automate videos. I've seen people do that on YouTube with it. Yeah, it's really cool. You've also got a bunch of shortcuts here. So you can actually use different shortcuts inside the coder and then just go on with it. Harshit says, hi, good to see you here. If you have any questions as we go along, feel free to ask. And yeah, we're just going to get straight into exactly how to use it. If you want to know how to get started, let me show you out, right? So basically, you're going to open up the terminal. All right, I'm just going to close it so you can see how I use it from scratch, right? I actually got the copy and paste instructions inside the AI Money Lab. And so, for example, what you want to first do is make sure you have Node.js installed. If you're on a Mac, you can just use a Mac installer. If you are on Windows, you can select Windows down here or Linux, whatever. All right. Once you've done that, then you're going to copy this terminal command and you're going to open up the terminal. I'm on a Mac, so I can just type in terminal inside here, type that in, and boom, that opens up Claude Code, right? And it says, do you trust the files in this folder? And it's using this folder, it uses Julian Goldie. We're going to click proceed. And then from here, we can keep on going. Now, from here, literally, it's so simple. You can press question mark and you see all these different examples that you can use for shortcuts here. But basically, if you want to just start vibe coding, let's say something super simple, okay, create an SEO calculator for an SEO agency, 1-page landing page, something like that. It does connect to the internet as well. So when you're using this, you can connect to the internet too. But we're just going to go with the basics for now. Harshi says, should I have coding knowledge of yes? If yes, then how much to use it? So you don't need coding knowledge to use this, right? I literally don't know how to use code. I'm not a coder, I'm not a developer, don't really understand this stuff, but I can easily get this to start working its magic for me, right? And even once you've coded out, you can just ask it to open it up for you. Now, the good thing about using Claude Code is that it's one of the most powerful coding agents in the world, if not the most powerful, if you look at them. You see it's coded out the HTML like so that was really quick and easy. And then you can see here it says, you want me to create SEO agency calculator.html. We're going to click yes. And then from here, it's going to start opening up. All right. And then if you want to open up in the HTML, you can say open it. And that's going to start running. We're going to click yes. That's going to open up. And then you can see we have the SEO ROI calculator set up like that, right? If we switch this around, you can see this operates perfectly. No problem, right? Codes out perfectly first time. The UI is pretty nice. I mean, it's super simple and basic, but it does look nice. It's nice and clean. And how easy was that to do, right? It was just ridiculously easy. So if you want to learn exactly how to use this, let me show you how. And if you have questions as we go along, feel free to ask. All right. So Jordan Lee actually says, interested in your AI avatar course in the AI Profit Boardroom. So does it show how to use AI to make the videos that you're showing in the background whilst the AI avatar is speaking? And does AI generate the video as well, or just the AI avatar? All right. Basically, the AI avatar course inside the classroom here, inside the AI Profit Boardroom, link in the comments description. If you go to the 300K playbook here, you can see an example of the basic AI avatar video section right here, right? So this is how to create like your basic sort of AI avatar speaking head, and exactly how we do that. Now, if you want to automate the screen share along with the AI avatar like this, as you can see, then we actually have a full SOP right here that you can follow step by step. And we actually have an example tutorial video right here. So if you want to learn exactly how to do this and how to create the whole process, then you can get that right inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments description. We do have, I don't want to pitch too much, but if people watching and you're like, maybe I'll get an AI Profit Boardroom, maybe I won't, etc. So we actually have a limited time, 48-hour only deal on the AI Profit Boardroom. And basically you get 4-in-1. So it's a 4-in-1 program. So if you buy the AI Profit Boardroom today, you also get for free the SEO Boardroom, which is normally $1,000 a year, the SEO Elite Circle. This is a Discord program, and this is a community on Skool with lots of courses. And you also get the Skool Accelerator program that basically shows you how I make, let's have a look here, how I make this much MR in the AI Profit Boardroom using the delivery on Skool, right? So if you want to learn exactly how I do this and get 4 for 1, you can get it. It's only available for 48 hours left, and we've only got 2 spots left. All right, so make sure you join right now. Okay. So God's Gift says, I have an app idea, but I don't know how to build it and I don't have any capital. It is totally different from present apps. Please help me, brother. Are you interested? I will tell you my app based on the app. Yeah, join the AI Profit Boardroom, man. You'll learn exactly how to use this stuff and build this stuff, right? If you have an app idea, then you can just build it with AI. There's nothing stopping you from doing that today. You don't, if you want help from me, you can join the AI Profit Boardroom. Harmon says, yesterday and today I built in Claude 2 things which I have to do as a business owner weekly. First, make a report for my sales dashboard, and also dive tips over the staff. Yeah, that's it. So it is very powerful as a tool. So if we go back here as well, I've already shown you how to build a website, and I've already shown you how to build a calculator. All right. Now, what we could do is we can actually go to ChatGPT, and we'll come up with some app ideas based personally on me, right? So if say, knowing what you know about me, come up with some app ideas. I'm gonna hit enter. You've got some examples right here. So for example, like a AI YouTube title optimizer, we could use that. So if we go to the terminal now, just gonna close this and then start again. If you want to get the video notes from today, go to the classroom, new AI automations, and then Claude Code 2. And then you can just copy and paste this from me. Right. So let's go back to terminal now, open this up. And then we'll say, right, okay, build a YouTube title optimizer. All right. So just to recap so far, I've already shown you how to build a website, already shown you how to build like a calculator app. Now I want to show you how to build like a more developed app, something you would build in Lovable, for example. Ankita says, since the course fee is expensive for Indian students, could you offer a discount? It's actually on a huge discount right now for the AI Profit Warden, right? If you join now, bear in mind, like you get 4 in 1, right? It's a 90% discount. I can't go much lower than 90%. So if you join now, you get a 90% discount. Again, this is only available for this weekend. If you click the link in the comments description, scroll down, you'll see access to it right here. But yeah, it's a 90% discount. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good already for the discount, to be honest, unless you want me to go 100%. And Jay says, which platform is best to build a CUA, a computer using an AI agent? Which platform is best? Yeah, so if you saw me do it the other day, then you would have seen, and if you haven't, then check out the AI Money Lab or the AI Profit Boardroom for the trainings. But if you haven't, then you want to check out what would I say? Yeah, I would recommend checking out Nano Browser. Nano Browser is pretty good for getting your AI agents to control your browser and computer and everything like that. So I would recommend that. All right, so now it's coming up with the YouTube title optimizer. You can see it's building out right here. And then it plans out the tool, right? So it's got like a planning stage, a research stage, code installation, a deployment stage as well. I can do it all inside here. And the cool thing about this is it's super clean, right? Super clean and easy to do. So you could mock up like a one-page website in the space of 1 or 2 minutes just using this, right? So if we click on open now, it's ready to go. See it's like seasoning. Code Zero says it's worth it. Tons of stuff out there. Code Zero is a great member inside the AI Profit Boardroom, so I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. And then we're going to open this up now. And boom, look at that. YouTube title optimizer right here. All right. So you can plug in your title, plug in your keywords, and then you're good to go. So let's say, for example, we're looking at one of my latest live streams and we've just built this app literally on the go, right? So if we take this right now, we're going to plug that into the YouTube title. Then I'm going to put in the target keyword, which is Claude 2.0, which is what I want to rank on Google. And then if we type in analyze title, you can see that it gives us a bunch of ideas for optimizations, right? So just to be clear, what we've done is we've found a personalized recommendation from ChatGPT because it knows us and understands who we are. Then in one single prompt, and it's an extremely basic prompt, we have said, build a YouTube title optimizer. It's gone off. It's done it on a live stream. So it's under pressure here. It's got to get it right. And it's just done it perfectly. And it's insane how good Claude Code is. And most people are too intimidated to open something up in their terminal. I know that. Like, I know there's a lot of advanced coders who are inside the AI Profit Boardroom, and there's a lot of guys who are watching this and going, how can people feel intimidated by this? But even when it comes to just using your terminal, most people are just, they can't be bothered or they don't understand how to use it and that sort of thing. So it's really simple and easy to do. What else we've got here? Harman says, I'm running out of Claude lines constantly. Do you have any tips? Also, just one prompt. You can see today, like, how easy that was, right? Like, we just built out a full app, personalized to exactly what we need, and literally took 1 or 2 clicks. Super simple. I wouldn't recommend, like, building anything too crazy. You're not going to build, like, Microsoft or Windows or something like that with it, but for this sort of stuff, it works very well. Jay says, with NA10, we can make CUA AI agent that handles complex tasks. Yeah, so if you want to see that, I actually got a training inside the AI Money Lab, right? So if you type in AirTop here, go to the classroom, and you will find, let me have a look here. Go to the classroom down here, go to NA10 automations, scroll down, and then browser use agent. And using NA10, you can see that we actually give you the full breakdown, prompt examples, and a complete JSON file of how you can install AirTop and its automation directly into NA10. So if you want like your AI agent with NA10 to control it, that's how you can do it. Pretty simple and easy. And just to recap now, so we built an SEO calculator, we built out a website, we built out this personalized app to me on exactly what I need, right? And it actually works, like you can see today. So what else can we do with this? So I'm going to say, okay, give me some ideas, knowing what you know about me, of games that would be fun to build with Claude 2.0. All right. OmniPower says, can you compare Claude's AI browser versus Perplexity's? Actually, this is only available for a few people in the world because it's actually on a research beta. So I think you're talking about the browser use extension, and the browser use extension is not available for everyone for Claude. I'm still on the wait list, and I'm like, I use Claude a lot, right? Like I show it in my videos all the time, and even I haven't been invited to use it. So it's not available for everyone, sadly. And yeah, it's a bit of a shame, really, but yeah. But what you can do is you can use Perplexity comment straight away. So if you don't have access to Claude Code yet, you can get access straight away to comment. I've actually got full training inside the AI Money Lab. So if you type in comment here, you'll find it, right? Shows you exactly how to get it. And using comment, this basically uses your browser for you. So you can send emails, for example. It can control your browser. It can summarize YouTube videos. It can even do your shopping for you. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. I did a full live stream on it earlier yesterday. So definitely recommend checking that out. All right. So let's start a new project here. And from here, what we're going to do is we're going to build this game rank wars. All right. So we're going to take that. I'm just going to have a look at this and see, okay, is it a one-player game and is it going to be interesting for a live stream? So let's see what we can do. I'm going to say turn it into something more playable, like Pong, or, for example, what else would be good? Space Invaders style game, or Snake, etc. Right, and then we still want personalized recommendations, but we want something that's actually going to be fun and interesting. All right, so for example, SEO Invaders, or Automation Snake, or MRR Runner. That sounds fun. All right, so let's take that. I'm going to copy this. And then we're going to go to here. Let's say build this game. Paste in the instructions from Claude. From ChatGPT. All right, so it's giving us the instructions on the game. And then we're going to start building this out. Now, again, this is going to be more complex. This is much more likely to break and be less usable. But let's test it out. I'm feeling brave today. So we'll see if it's any good. And if you have any questions as we go along, feel free to ask. Laura says, what do you think is better, or which one do you use, Gemini or ChatGPT? So day to day, I use ChatGPT for most like just quick personal tasks, like you can see with this one. Reason for that is just it has so much data on me and it understands me so well, right? So it's one of the best things for that. However, if you want to code something out, then I would recommend Gemini or Claude. It's very rare that I actually use ChatGPT for coding out. I actually tried to use it for an NA10 workflow this morning that I did a live stream on, and it was terrible compared to Claude. Claude could actually give me something, a JSON file that I could use in NA10, right? But ChatGPT was nowhere near. It was way, way off. So yeah, that's my opinion. And whilst waiting for this to load, you can use Claude Desktop as well. If you've ever used this, you can use Claude Desktop as well. And that's a bit easier to do than something like this. And obviously as well, you can get access to Claude inside Claude.ai as well. But it's not really a coding agent. This is more just like better for writing, better for learning. It can do basic code, but it's not going to code locally like the one inside your terminal. This is more like a CLI. Actually, it says, I often get confused that as a student, which tool I should use and for what purpose, as the new ones keep coming. Any advice for me? Yeah, so that was a problem that we found with a lot of people inside the AI Profit Boardroom. So a lot of members were coming to us. We're at 1,600 members now. And basically, inside the AI Profit Boardroom, what we actually did is there were two common things, right? Number one was people just getting overwhelmed. So people have shiny object syndrome when it comes to AI. And they're like, I want to use that tool, and then this tool, and then that tool, and then this tool, right? And that plays out really well on YouTube, but it doesn't play out in real world for business, right? And what you want to do instead is use this updated tools list that you can see inside the AI Profit Boardroom here, right? So you can get this updated list of tools that I personally use and vet, so you never feel overwhelmed and you reduce the costs of your subscriptions. So that's what I recommend. You can get it inside the AI Profit Boardroom inside the Start Here post. All right, Code Zero. Let's have a look. Laura says, do you think that the AI gold rush is real? So is it true that what the CEO of NVIDIA said, that there will be more millionaires in the next few years with AI than there were millionaires from the internet? I don't know. NVIDIA are great at marketing, right? Like they're so good at marketing that here's the way that I see it. If we look at like the past 2,000 or 6,000 years, It was, if you had to summarize it in one sentence, it was difficulty mixed with opportunity. So like times were really hard, life is really hard, and then there's a lot of opportunities that come with that, right? As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you're just solving problems all the time, right? I think it's going to be the same with AI. It's like there's going to be lots of opportunities, but it's also going to be a really difficult time because people are losing their jobs. People are more distracted than ever. People are less focused than ever. People do less deep work, which is where your highest quality work comes from. And it's a mixture of, if you can see the right opportunities and if you focus on the right things, then the world is your oyster. I think we live in a world where we're so blessed, really, because we can go out and we can do anything that we want. We can achieve anything we want. I can do a live stream now and I'll reach thousands of people just from the comfort of my own home. That's an amazing opportunity. I think with AI, it's going to get harder and easier at the same time. So let's open this up now. Code Zero says stick to one, ChatGPT, master it, then compare results with models. You understand what to use for which task. Yeah, 100%. And John, long time no see, John says, wow, he's alive. Okay, thanks so much. And John says, AI has such potential. Look at this year's developments. How many times has Julian said insane about developments? How many times my AI clone said insane? That's a real question. He said it a lot, my friend. All right. So you want to see something here? I actually thought that the Claude code wouldn't be able to do this because I know, I'm 99% sure like other stuff like ChatGPT or Gemini would fail at this task so much. But Claude absolutely crushed it because we've got the new update from Sonnet and that powers Claude 2.0, right? Claude Code 2.0. So if we open this up, this is the MR game and we went from idea to game in the space of what, 5 minutes? It's insane. Like that is genuinely insane. John's going to take the mick out of me, but I would agree that it's insane. Code Zero said insane became normale, 100%. And we're going to click here. So we've got basically an MR count with a distance in terms of meters. All right. So we can jump. Boom. Let's jump. It's actually pretty hard, mate. You can slide down. Look at that. Slide down, mate. Oh, heavens to Betsy. But we got to 5K MR and we traveled 2,495 meters. This is an addictive game, right? And it actually looks quite cool if you look at it. It's like, it's so easy to use. The colors are pretty cool. It works super smoothly. Look at this. We're just racking up the MR. It's like Mario Bros. And how easy was that to build, right? Again, I don't code. I don't know even what I'm doing when it comes to code, but I built something locally in the space of a couple of minutes on a live stream with no mess up, no mess ups. And Code Zero says Super Mario. That's exactly what it reminded me of. It feels and looks like Super Mario. So wild stuff, my friends. Wild stuff. I don't want to say insane because John will just start laughing at me. So let's see what else we can build here. Okay. So we've built out a game, a calculator, an app, and a website in literally the space of how long? A couple of minutes, something like that, in the space of 20 minutes or 30 minutes, something like that. Code Zero said that's a good idea for a failed page load like the one Chrome have. And then Harshit says, looks very nice, easy to build, something which is useful. 100%. All right. So we actually built quite a few useful things there because, for example, we built out the YouTube title optimizer, which I would use personally every single day. We built out the MR game, which is related to my personal position. Obviously, we're growing the school on the AI profit border. And then also we built out the website, which I would personally use, and it is better designed than my personal website. Pretty crazy. And this is all built out locally. And you can see you don't need to do anything fancy here. Like anyone can do this. Anyone can just go in here, copy and paste some instructions from ChatGPT, and then get started. So hopefully that helps you. All right. Mohammed Faisal says how to make money with AI. So if we want to learn how to do that, the best place to learn this stuff is inside the AI profit boardroom. Basically, we actually have, as soon as you get in there, we have our top 5 ways to make money with AI, right? So you can see here, we actually break it down step by step. And there's quite a few members who have followed that and got really good results, which is awesome. You can see even in, for example, if we share the affiliate wins here, let me find these. Here we go, affiliate wins. So we've had some really good ones recently. We've been doing a lot of live streams, training, and that sort of thing. Jesper got 2 affiliate sales from 1 video on YouTube already. Yeah, and it's just working really well. Yeah, would definitely recommend checking out the AI Profit Boarding if you want to learn that sort of stuff. All right, it's the best place to be. That's also, if you're interested in how do you leverage AI to grow your business, how do you leverage AI to achieve bigger things with what you want to do. For example, we use pretty much only AI avatar videos on our YouTube channel, right? And you can see how much revenue we're driving. Bear in mind, that's not calculated the last 2 days. So it's only for 26 days, right? It's only for 80% of the month, right? And you can see how much we make per month. So over the course of a year, it can rack up quickly, and you can also scale this stuff. So yeah, that gives you an idea. But if you want to learn our processes and our systems, then get the AI. So let's come up with something else now. We've built out a website. Let's try something else. So I don't know if can Claude Code use your browser? I'm not sure if you can. I want to actually ask it, can you use my browser? I think there's like an extension you can actually install to use your browser autonomously. And I know like the Claude offline can open your browser as well, but I don't think Claude Code 2.0 can without installing like an extra sort of plugin. If you want to learn exactly how to do that, we've actually got inside the AI Money Lab the instructions on how to get Claude to work more autonomously, right? And basically inside here, you can see that Claude can now actually use native VS Code extension that brings Claude Code to a place where it can basically control your browser, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So it's available inside VS Code. So let's keep going now. What else are we going to do next? Let's say, right, okay, give me some more ideas and stuff I can build that would help me with code. And the reason that I asked ChatGPT first is I want to get stuff that you can actually find useful, right? There's no point having stuff that you wouldn't use. There's no point showing you use cases where it's like not that practical. So that's basically why I'm trying to do it. I think like one thing that would have been really good for me back in the day is a tutor, like a language tutor, that sort of thing. So for example, if we close terminal up now, then we open it back up. And then we'll say build a Chinese flashcard tutor app like Duolingo. You should be able to do that. So you can see it's creating the HTML structure with game modes and UI elements. If you press Command and plus, you can actually zoom in on the terminal as well. And this is using Claude 2.0, as you can see at the top there. Just whilst we're waiting for that to load, let me talk you through some other opportunities. So Mohammed said, okay, how do I earn money with AI? So here's a list of all the best ways I personally use AI to help us monetize. All right, so let me just run you through some ideas. Number one, okay, YouTube AI avatars. All right, and if we pulled up my dashboard, again, how much do we make per month from that? Let's have a look last month. So we'll have a look at September, see how much we made. Yeah, so you can see how much we made on the dashboard right there from YouTube. All right. And so that's opportunity number one. Opportunity number two is X, right? X.com. So if you go to X.com and you're posting content, you can actually monetize your X profile. And it's pretty quick to build these up. Now, not only do you actually make money with X itself, but also you can send traffic to your website or to your funnels inside the bio link as well. So you can see here, and also in the pinned post here, right? So you can see here in this pinned post, we can send traffic to our sales pages and our funnels. So if you go down to, for example, more monetization, you can see how much revenue we actually make per month or every couple of weeks here. Right? So these are some of the ways that we monetize with AI as well. So for example, from here to here's how much we made, right? So if you said, okay, from August 16th to August 30th, here's how much we made. Okay, so let's just put a realistic cap on this. Let's call it one based on those two. And these are not typical results. We are outliers. And for some reason, we do very well on social media. But even if you got 10% of that's pretty good. So I would say Listen, that's how much we make per month, right? And what's that per year? Per year, all right? And then YouTube per year, let's see how much you make from that. And these are all real figures that I've shown you and I've been transparent about. So those are two different opportunities. Another opportunity that I think is great is you can actually leverage AI to build school communities, and then you can grow your MR using those school communities. Now, the way that I think school works really well with AI, right, with building a community, you can use AI to help you market, right? So you can use it for marketing on X and YouTube, whatever. You can also use it for answering posts. So you can build like a custom GPT. I actually show how to build custom GPTs inside the AI Profit Boardroom. And then finally, we actually use AI for creating the course content itself, right? And so every part of a community with school, you can use these three ways to monetize as well. Right? So those are like the top three opportunities that I think would help the most. And the reason that I say that is like I've started two different school communities. Now you can see how much we make from this school community. This is the SEO Elite Circle, right? So per year, that is this much. All right. And these are not typical results. Again, you have to work hard. You have to put the effort in. You have to practice and learn and fail and put yourself forward and everything else, right? And then this is how much we make with school here, right? As you can see, this is a real screenshot, a real dashboard, right? So that's per month. If we times that by 12, what's that? This much. Okay. Again, we are like crazy outliers. Like I think we're just very good at marketing or something like that. We got a great team, or I don't know. Or maybe I'm just very lucky. Okay. Something like that. But those three are my top three ways to make money with AI. And I've personally tested every single one of them. Now, if you want to learn how to do that, go inside the AI Profit Boardroom, right? There's a limited time discount, 48-hour deal I've already shown you. And then inside here, you're going to study from the X.com automation, which is number 2 over here. All right. And then also, if you go inside here and you go to the avatar section, you can see how we build these AI avatar videos for YouTube, which is method number 2. So they're both covered. And then if you want to learn how to make money with school, we actually have a 48-hour deal where you can get our School Accelerator program, right? Which is basically an invite-only opportunity to join the Founders Circle of the School Accelerator program, right? It's the only way to join right now. So if you want to get access to all of these 4, we have a 90% discount right now. And I can see we actually have a new member who joined whilst we're on the live stream, which was Jordan Lee. So welcome, Jordan. And so we actually only have 1 spot available on that deal. All right. So make sure you get it now before you miss out, because we had 2 spots. Now we've got 1 spot gone already from the live stream today. So yeah, there you go. So let's go back to Claude Code Terminal now. And then we're going to create the Chinese tutor HTML. Like you can see, in the meantime, we'll answer some of these. So, and Keita says, when you give a simple prompt, ChatGPT should provide the full proper setup idea. When I try it now, it's not responding that way. I would just edit the instructions or just tell it exactly what you want, right? So if you have an idea of what you want, just tell it exactly what you need. Okay, so it's created that. I'm going to say open it up, open Sesame. Code 0 says affiliate 2 can be used on the YouTube video 100%. And Laura says, in the AI gold rush, should I be the one who looks for and sells the gold, or the one who sells the pickaxes for the people who are searching the gold? Ideally, you're doing both, right? Like for me, like I help people learn how to use AI, but at the same time, you can see that with Twitter, with YouTube, etc., I use AI as well to grow my business, right? So ideally, use both, but you can only do one before you do the other, and you can't do them both at the same time. So we've got the flashcards app right now, as you can see. So I think that is ni hao. Yep. Hello. Look at that. I can read Chinese, people. I can read. Genuinely, I'm not making it up. I don't just say it to make myself look high status. Like, I can read a little bit of Chinese. That's xie, which is thank you. There we go. All right. And zaijian, which is goodbye. Okay, great. 3 out of 3. Boom shakalaka. That is the manly nice Chinese. So you can see how Claude Code just gets everything right. Code Zero says, learn how you can provide value around AI and how you can distribute your value. Money is a byproduct. That 100%. It's created with effort and value. Ify says, your YouTube content is really good, like the AI news, and so really useful. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Jay Gamer says, which coding agent is the best for making super AI agent? So my favorite like AI super agent is GenSpark, right? So for example, today I actually created those slides you saw earlier using GenSpark, right? So this explainer over here that explains to you exactly what Claude Code is and everything else. This was built in GenSpark. It goes off, it does the research, it does the design, etc. And then I can come back in 5 or 10 minutes and we're good to go on that. All right. Full tutorial inside the AI profit boarding for that. And then Code Zero says, here's the AI avatar doing the live. One day that is coming, my friends. All right, so I've shown you all these different ways that you can use Claude Code. It's now just down to you to go out and use it and actually implement. I would say it's pretty much flawless when it comes to coding out. I've never seen such a powerful model, and I've never seen anything that's just so useful, right? You didn't see it mess up at all there. You didn't see the designs look trashy. You didn't see any like bugginess with Claude Code. It just nails it. You tell it what to do, and it's just boom, sure, I'll get that done for you. So it's absolutely amazing. And John says, I love the live broadcast. Brilliant. Even when they get insane. Appreciate that too. And the final thing I'm going to top this off with is just, we'll get 50 use cases for Claude Code that would be helpful for entrepreneurs. All right. And then what I'll do is I'll put that inside the video notes today so that you've got the instructions and resources, the useful resources and guides on how to use Claude Code and all its other features plus shortcuts. You also got the explainer presentation right there. You can see all the other trainings on the left-hand side. So there's loads of other free trainings. It's absolutely crazy. And then you've also got 50 use cases for Claude Code as well in a business environment based on what's working for me, right? You can see all those different cool use cases that we had today. So feel free to get that link in the comments description to the AI Money Lab, completely free if you want the 50 use cases and everything else. And what I'm also going to do is insert the video tutorial from today in there too. So let's do that. Copy this video, plug that in, and then we're going to hit save. Boom. All right. And Ankita says, I'll definitely join your course in the next discount. I also want to build something amazing like you. Appreciate that, Ankita, and hope to see you in there. And yeah, that's basically it. Laura says, I have vacation, 7 days. What is the best way to make money with AI in those 7 days? Doesn't have to be much, but just so I see that it works. Yeah, so like I said, in the AI profit boarding, we actually show exactly how to do that. We show our fastest ways, as you can see right here. So we show you the fastest ways. And then also I've shown you a bunch of different methods that you can use today as well. All right. So disclaimer, like you always want to have a long-term mindset when it comes to growing revenue, right? Nothing works straight away. Everything takes time and it always takes longer than you expect. That's just life. Like even the gym or even learning Chinese or even learning how to use AI, like everything takes longer than you expect. But if you're in it for the long haul, you want a lifetime skill that's going to help you for the rest of your life, then isn't it worth it? Isn't it going to pay over 1,000,000 times over? 100%. So feel free to get the AI Money Lab notes completely free. And then make sure you get the the 40% discount. So you get a 90% discount and it's a 4-for-1 deal, right? So you get these 4 deals, these 4 communities, and it's a 4-for-1 deal and you save 90% off, right? And there's only one spot left because Robert Lee already took one. So make sure you sign up now before you miss out. Link in the comments description. And do not wait until Monday to join because that's when the discount has expired. All right. Jay says, is CUA computer using agent, AI agent controls of computers to make such advanced AI agent work 24 hours? Apparently what I heard is that Claude Code can go for 30 hours or something like that. Yeah, this you can see here, Claude Sonnet is better at following instructions and can code on its own for up to 30 hours straight. Pretty wild stuff there. In terms of computer use, I don't think it's right at that point yet. However, it's coming and it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, feel free to get that link in the comments description and appreciate you watching. Cheers. Bye-bye. Today, we're going to be testing out the brand new browser use agent from Claude which is basically been piloted for Chrome. So this allows Claude to essentially work inside your browser so they can click buttons, fill forms, etc. So you can see here they've sent they're talking about their browser use AI and how that's working with Chrome now. And this essentially empowers you to turn Chrome into like a browser using AI, which is really powerful. It's actually quite scary at the same time because now you don't really need to click buttons according to this, which is kind of wild. It can also send emails for you, like you can see, you can check through your inbox, take screenshots, and you can see here as well, it can even like run through your emails and those sort of things. So we're going to be testing out today, seeing how it performs step by step. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to ask. And we're just going to start installing this bad boy. So let's take a look now. And we're going to go down to here. Then we can join the research preview. Let's get started with this. And we're going to give this a cheeky whirl. It's actually a wait list, I think. Let's test it out. Mukesh says, hi, sir. You're great for us. Happy to help. I might not be that great because if it's on the wait list, then I can't even test it out. Let's see. We've got said we're going to email you instructions once you can get started. So it's not actually live on the Chrome store. Interesting. All right. Well, that wasn't particularly useful, to be honest with you. Let's check it out. Let's have a look at Nano Browser instead, see if we can use it that way. There we go. All right. So this is where you can get around it. Basically, if you don't have access to the Chrome browser, the new one where you have to go on the wait list, then you can actually use something called Nano Browser. It's available for free, but you would have to pay for the API key unless you're using Gemini, which I'll come on to later. And essentially, we'll get straight onto this. Mev Zuat says, I am tired of you adding misleading headlines to get more clicks. It doesn't reflect the truth. So essentially what we're talking about here is an agent that can control your browser using Claude. I'm showing you how to do it. Let's keep the vibe positive. So we're going to keep going through here. And what I'm going to do is just grab an API key from Anthropic, and then we'll go through here. What questions we got? Mukesh says, I am a non-coder, no tech guy, but I want to make AI agent with minimum cost. All right, let me show you how to do this. I want to show you how to do it the expensive way and the free way. All right, and then everyone gets some value out of it, and everyone can use it no matter what. All right. So if you want to use the paid way, you can go to Anthropic, and Anthropic is typically like better for it's typically better for controlling your browser and that sort of thing. The reason for that is because they were like the first ones that came up with this AI agent that can click buttons and control your screen and everything else. By the way, I think this is honestly like the way that the internet is going, this way the future is going, etc. So I'm just going to create a key. Obviously, I'm not going to show that directly on the live stream. So I'm just going to open that up in a separate tab in the background, my friends. Then we're going to copy that key. We're going to go back over to some of these comments are amazing. So I'm just going to paste that key in here. We'll click save here. CK San Diego says, is it insane or is it slightly unhinged? And I would say, you know what? I'm going to go with let's find out. Let's find out today. I didn't put insane inside the title on the live stream. I might do on the organic, depending on whether it actually is good or not. Jesper says, hey, interesting topic. Thank you, sir. I hope you're well, Jesper, who is an absolute legend in the SEO game. So we're going to keep going through now. Paul says, the real non-avatarian Julian. It's a man, the myth, the legend in the flesh, my friends, in the flesh. So we'll be testing this out. You guys give me a hard time today. All right, so we're going to put this API key in here. We've got the models. And then we're going to test this out and see if it actually works. Now, basically, what you've got inside Nano Browser, if I just talk you through this. So you got your LLM provider. Then you can plug in Gemini, or you can plug in Anthropic, etc. Right? And you can add new providers. So you can use, for example, like DeepSeek, or for free, if you wanted to use this, you could use Olama, or you could get a free API key from Gemini and then plug that in here, right? If you want to get a free API key to control your browser with the AI agent, then what you do is you go to AI Studio, and then we are going to go to get API key at the bottom here. And then from here, you just grab an API key, right? So you can click on create API key. That is free within limits, right? And obviously there's different limits for different tiers, but that's basically how it works. And Paul says, how could anyone say anything bad? This stuff is amazing. That's what I'm talking about, Paul. You absolute legend. Are the guitars AI? Only the hair is AI. I'm actually bald, and I've put a nice little filter on here to make sure that the AI generates hair for me. So yeah, there we go. And then Jesper says, I'm also using Claude a lot at the moment, but for slightly different purposes. It'd be interesting to know what you're doing, but I bet you're doing a lot of SEO with it, mate. I bet you are. All right, so we're going to have a little cheeky whirl through here. And what he knew, this man knew that I've got AI generated hair. He's the first man that cottoned on. So we're going to go down here inside the settings. We've got general, we've got models, and we're just going to slap this out, right? So I'm just going to go with something basic. So I'm going to say, okay, just go to chatgpt.com. And what we also need to do is just make sure we've got the model selected as Anthropic. Now, honestly, I'm going to go with Sonnet because I know that if I'm using 4.1, Opus 4.1, in fact, do you know what? I'll use Opus 4.1, but I know it's going to cost me. It's going to cost me big bucks, but that's the price that I pay for you peeps, all right? So we're going to put in the model selector here, Anthropic, boom, shakalaka. Let's just check you can go to ChatGPT. So you select your models over here, and then over here in plain text, simple language, you can tell it what you want it to do, right? Now, I'm not guaranteeing this isn't going to work first time. I'm absolutely not. So just bear with me. If it messes up, that'll just be funny. So from here, we are going to open this up, and then we're going to click send. I'm just going to check, does this work or not? All right. So here's the thing. Depending on which API you use, that is going to change the quality of the results you get, right? So if you use a trashy sort of AI, then it's not going to work very well, right? So if you have Olama working with Gemma or something like that, that might not be the best thing to do for this. But if you use something like Anthropic, like you can see right here, I'm hands-free here. I'm hands-free. It's typing, it's looking at the screen, etc. It's navigated to ChatGPT as we requested, my friends, and it did it straight off the bat, right? So now what I can do if I want to take over manually is I can click stop over here, and you can see inside the planner section, it says successfully navigated to chatgpt.com. The ChatGPT website has loaded completely and is ready to use, right? You're currently logged in as Julian Goldie, you absolute legend. It didn't say that you're an absolute legend, but I added that on. I did, to be honest with you. CK says, just joking around, man. Love your videos. You're a content beast. Appreciate you too, CK. I know you watch a lot of the live streams, so I appreciate it. And Dana Joy says, I think you should make a video top 5 free agent. That could be a good one, actually. I quite like the sound of that. So let's keep going now. And Unconventional says, I thought your avatar sounded artificial until I heard your actual voice. It's even more artificial. All right. Don't know if that's a compliment or a negative compliment or a backhanded one, or if it's just a compliment in general. But I'll take it. I'm taking it all. So, my friends, if you are stuck on the waiting list and you can't use Claude, and these guys are putting you on the waiting list, even if you spend thousands of dollars a year with them, which is what's happened to me right now, then what you can do is you can get Nano Browser. Just go to the Chrome store, download Nano Browser, boom shakalaka. You can then from here start using it, right? So if we go and you can use it for free using AI Studio. Some people are going to comment, you can't use it for free. You can. Just go, chill out, have a bourbon biscuit, and get yourself over to AI Studio. All right. So from here, what we're going to do is we are going to type in here what we want it to do. Now, Abdul says, can you tell me what is this? This is an AI agent that controls your browser using Claude. All right. So that's essentially what it is. Let's have a look if I'm logged into bolt.new, and we'll see if it can actually use bolt.new on behalf of myself, sir. And we are logged in there. So let's give it a cheeky whirl. So what I'm going to say, and we'll just test it to its limits. We're going to say, okay, go to bolt.new and build out a ping pong game, right? Because I just don't have time to do that myself, and we have to use these AI agents to do that for us, right? And so we're going to keep going through that. That's running the planner now. So that's going to be navigating in the background, right? That's going to be working its magic. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to answer some of these Q&As that we've got here. So Batcher says, bro, I've created an account on Fiverr. I'm not getting any clients. What should I do? I would recommend, number one, don't use Fiverr. That's step number one, mate. Don't use Fiverr. If you want to learn what really works and how to get clients, just check out the AI Profit Boardroom, go to the agency course. And inside the agency course, we show you exactly how to get clients based on what's growing us to an 8-figure company. And that's basically what we do all day to grow our business. What else we got here? Sumit says, what are the top 5 web browser like operator? So, I mean, if I had to really give you a list, all right, so I'm going to go with, for example, I would go with, I think, honestly, Nano Browser is really, really good. A ChatGPT operator, pretty decent. I quite like the MCP inside Claude Desktop, right? Because then you can plug in an MCP that links to your local files as well as to your browser. Additionally, I used to really like Web Browser UI, but I've kind of not used it for a while because it was just kind of technical to set up. That was a good one. And the final one that I actually really like is Lindy, right? And Lindy, what it can do is it can actually set up a VPS in the background. Whilst you're sleeping, it goes off on the internet. It does loads of Googling. If you haven't seen this before, let me show you this bad boy. All right. So you go onto Lindy here. And this is how I do my video research, by the way. I'll show you an example in a minute. So basically what this can do for me is it can go off on the internet and start browsing the web, right? So if I go to, I think it'll be Actual Agent. I think it'll be that one, but let's have a cheeky gander here. All right, yeah, so basically what this does is on a recurring schedule, so every 6 hours, it searches Perplexity using this prompt, right? And then it sends an email to me using Claude, right? So it's using Claude to go through the internet, search stuff on Perplexity, look every 6 hours, and then email me with the updates, right? So let me show you my emails now, and I'll show you exactly what I mean, peeps, all right? So every 6 hours, a lot of people ask me, how do you stay ahead of the Google AI headlines and, you know, all the SEO stuff that you're doing as well? And, you know, how do you keep ahead with all this stuff, right? So every 6 hours, I have this AI agent that breaks down all the crazy stuff that's going on inside AI. And then I can pick like, right, boom, I want to create something about this, right? Or for example, if we have a look 9 hours ago, okay, great. Well, there's some crazy stuff going on here. Let's talk about that, right? And so this is one of the best ways to just scour the internet, have an AI agent that just researches the web, and then uses Lindy to do that on autopilot whilst you're, you know, watching Netflix in your flip-flops at home, you know, that sort of thing. Abdul says, oh, that's interesting. It is indeed, my friends. Creating a kids game using AI. Well, I mean, you could do that probably something like, I mean, Bolt would create something like that, you know. And if you need a really good backend, then you can use something like Data Button. We have training inside the AI Profit Boardroom for you there. Sumit says, can we get the prompt for headlines for AI you mentioned? Yeah, so what I'll do, let me grab that for you, sir. I'm going to grab this. Do you know what? I'm actually going to share this link for you. Make it available as a template. Let's have a look here. So I've made it available as a template. We're going to copy that link, and then I'll put this inside the AI Profit Boardroom for you, right? So if we go inside here, and then if you go to Lindy and you want to see an AI agent that can just, you know, using Claude, go off, scour the web, find research for you. I've also got like a lead generation assistant, an outreach agent. Then I'm going to put my AI research, AI and SEO headlines agent here. All right. And then you can just steal it from me, right? You can steal all 5 of these agents from me. All you do is you go to AI Profit Boardroom, Classroom, SLPs, and then the whole collection is right there for you, right? So you can just grab that stuff and steal it from me. And that's how we make life easy for your peeps. All right. So let's have a look. We'll get back to Nano Browser now, which is the other one we were using, right? So we're going to click on Nano Browser over here. We're going to say, okay, what should we say? What should we say? I'm going to say, okay, go to or create a new Google Doc and write out a blog for me. Something like that. And we'll see if this works. So it's navigating, it's like, right, basically it plans out the process. It creates an SOP for itself, right? Step by step operating procedure. Then it plans out exactly what it's going to do. So it's like, right, okay, here's what we're going to do next. And you can see it's analyzing the page. Now, it's opened up a new document. Again, I'm not clicking anything or anything like that, right? So it's hands-free here. And now it's analyzing the page. And just to recap, it's already done stage 1 and stage 2 here. So it's navigated to Google Docs, it's created a new blank document, and now it should write the blog content inside the document as well. But let's see if we can actually do that, right? So it's analyzing the page now. And this is the moment of truth, my friends. Abdul says, is this safe? I would say don't try this at home. I'm the human guinea pig. Anything you do like this is super risky, right? So you've got an AI agent. Think about this. You got an AI agent that can literally control your computer, has all your logins, can do anything it wants inside your browser. And if you're not there, then it's going to just go off and do stuff, right? So do I think that it's going to be safe? Probably not, But that is the price I pay for you just to help you, right? Just to help you and show you what's possible as we go along here. So it's writing the blog here, right? So it's like away from distractions, ensure good lighting, blah, 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 right? And it's just writing out a blog. Again, I'm not touching it. I'm not controlling it, but the AI agent can control my browser. It can now create Google Docs, navigate through. We're using Opus 4.1 to do this. And if you want to do it for free, then you would use AI Studio, right? Crazy powerful stuff. Raymond, absolute legend, says, I followed you for around 1 year and I find your insights very valuable. I'm struggling to make an automation for social media with different software tools like Warp, Coda, Windsurf, Manus, and others. But I'm just not capable to bring to end and deploy. All right, Raymond, my friend, I'm going to help you out here. So what you're going to do, you're going to go over to the AI Profit Boardroom, go inside the classroom here, right? Inside the classroom, go to NA10 templates, and inside here, you're going to install the social media posting machine. Now, if you don't know how to install it, we've got a video tutorial for you right there, along with this full template. And you can just download the template and insert it into NA10 right there, right? That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is we do have tons of social media automations. So if you go to social, where is it now? Where is it? Content. Oh, social media and video automation section here. Go inside there. Everything's waiting for you there. We've got all the SOPs, all the processes, all the video tutorials. Boom shakalaka, we're ready to help you. Right? So that's how I would do it, my friend. If we go back here, it's now written the full blog post. I think it actually wrote it in the background, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see we've got a full blog post automated using AI and Claude. Right? How easy was that? That was crazy easy, crazy easy. All right, so let's have a look now. If we go over to juliangoldie.com, I'm going to plug that in. I'm going to stop this AI agent, right? And what I want it to do, as we'll see in a sec, is we're going to try and get it to create a blog post. All right. So I'm just going to say, okay, create a new blog post inside WordPress. Let's see if it can actually do that. And I'll say about SEO training in Zimbabwe, right? Because that is where things are happening now, my friends. So we're going to type in create a new blog post inside WordPress about SEO training in Zimbabwe. And it's planning out the process and it's analyzing the screen, right? So you can see how it analyzes all the elements. This is the AI, and you get to see what the AI is doing, right? So it's all right, click add new to create a new blog post. So it's clicking add new, as you can see. It's got the title and the type. So it's typing in SEO training in Zimbabwe, your complete guide to digital marketing success. And now what it should do is it should start typing inside the content area to add the blog post. Sportus says, let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Sportus. Absolute legend. I've seen you posting on the live streams, mate. I appreciate the support. Thank you, sir. So it's managed to write the headline. It's managed to create a new post. And now it's just got to type the content. Let's see if it can do that. So it's using the navigator to try and figure this out. Yeah, so now it's writing the whole blog post. I mean, it's a little bit silly, isn't it? Because what it's done is it's written it inside the title, but I'm not going to complain. Like, it's writing for me. This stuff used to take hours. Now we can do it in like 1 second, and it's writing a whole blog post for me, right? So you can see how it's now written the headers, it's typing on the page, it added the new post itself, it did everything for us. We're living the dream. All right, and it's just going through and adding this step by step. Yeah, so you can see how Claude is superior when it comes to operating your browser. It can do basically anything. You know, Jay says, for example, hello, sir, we can make anything with the power of the super agent. I think it does have some limitations. I'm very surprised it's worked so well so far, but it is awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Batcho says, right now you're using an AI agent on your computer without touching it, making it do tasks for you. You can also use such AI agents in professional software like Unity, Blender, etc. I'm not sure, but I think like you could. I think you could. Yeah, I think it could use software for you, but only if it's inside the browser, right? It's not going to use your computer using this process. And then Sporter says, what can we use to bypass AI detectors? If you want to learn how to bypass AI detectors, right, go to the AI SEO Mastermind group. In fact, let's have a look here. It might be in the Money Lab. Yeah, go inside the AI Money Lab. Then go to free AI SEO tools, free content humanizer. There's a video tutorial that walks you through exactly how to use it, right? So that's how you can do it. By the way, this is still typing in the background. How crazy is that? Raymond says it's frustrating. I'm not able to make one work, and I spend 5 to 20 hours daily. I mean, number one, 20 hours is a long time, right? So make sure that you're getting your sleep and looking after yourself. Health comes first, my friend. But also inside the calendar of the AI Profit War Room, you can actually jump on the NA10 automation masterclasses, right? So you see every week we have an NA10 automation masterclass. Show up on the call, ask any questions you have. We'll just help you in real time. And this actually comes with unlimited tech support inside here, right? So if you sign up, you can see inside here, we offer unlimited tech support. So you create a thread, we'll answer you questions and help you as much as we can, right? So feel free to post in there. And Batcher says, does it only work in the browser? Yeah, it only works in the browser unless you're using something like computer use agent, right? Because you can get Claude to control your browser, I mean your whole computer, but that's a different software. We're looking at browser use today, right? So that's basically it in terms of how it works, how to use it, etc. You get it from Nano Browser. It can control WordPress. It can build apps for you inside Bolt. It can use ChatGPT. It can create new Google Docs and write blog posts for you and that sort of thing. So basically, everything that you need with this AI, it's by far the best AI agent that I've seen, especially if you're waiting for access to the new Claude browser that's got a waiting list, right? Now, Abu says, how much would Claude be charging for this per hour? I think it depends on the complexity of the task and how many times you rinse it, right? Let's have a look how much we've spent here. So I think I can check the Nano Browser API and then just see how much it cost so far. So if we go to, here we go. Where is, it's been a while since I used this bad boy. Let's try and find it. So you can see the costs here of like how much it costs to use it. Opus 4.1 is the most expensive. If you want to use a cheaper one, then all you need to do is go over to AI Studio and get a free one. Let's have a look. Cost, yeah, so I spent $3.28 using Claude Opus 4.1, but how much would I pay a virtual assistant to do all that stuff? Probably like $30 or something like that. So there you go. Jay says, can we use it to make complex apps? I probably wouldn't recommend it. Deshan says, I joined the stream late. What MCP are you using? We're not using an MCP, but we are using Nano Browser. So Nano Browser is what we're using right here. Batcher says, can we use this AI to create designs in Canva? I don't think so, because I think it's got to be really, I mean, we can test it, but I don't think it's going to work very well. Let's have a look. I'd like to prove myself wrong. So if we go to Canva here, and I go inside here and I say, okay, create a beautiful page about Claude AI agents inside Canva. And we'll see if it works. I don't think it's going to work because I think something like design is probably too complex for this bad boy. But let's test it. And then Jay says, sir, can you find the best AI agent in this world? I mean, it depends what you want, right? But if you want something affordable and cheap, Nano Browser is pretty cool. You know, what else? Lindy I use every single day. I love NA10, but it's less practical because it gets quite complex, to be honest with you. But yeah, if you want it. I mean, this is creating a new design, to be fair, whilst I'm talking to you, right? So you can see it's typing on the screen. It's creating a new design. It does seem to be using Canva. I don't know why it didn't just stay on the page, but you get the point. And then let's see what it does. So it's having a look through presentations and that sort of thing. But yeah, Pastor Tank says, does AI Profit Boardroom subscription work in Asia? Works anywhere in the world. You know, we have people from Asia, from Singapore. If you actually go inside the AI Profit Boardroom here, click on map, you can see where all the members are, right? So you can actually see, let's have a look here. I'm just going to stop the AI agent now because it managed to use Canva, which is pretty impressive, to be fair. But if you have a look here, you can actually see a map of where everyone is, right? So you can see, if we have a look at Asia over here, you can see we actually have a bunch of people in Asia, right? Loads of people in Asia. So yeah, if you want to join the Asian gang, we've got loads of people here. But we also got loads of people all over the world, right? I mean, it's pretty cool, isn't it? A lot of people in the US, quite a few people in South America. We've got a few Australians over here. A few people in Africa, you know, as you can see, lots of people in Europe. So yeah, it's awesome. All over the world. Look at that. Crazy, interesting fact for you. We actually reach over 100 million people a year with our AI trainings across all our social media platforms, which is pretty awesome. And Cash Creator says, Lindy is great. I have to agree with you there. So I have to agree with you. All right, so we've covered how to use Canva, how to use Claude AI agent, how to use it for free with Google if you prefer to use that. We have shown you how to build apps using bolt.new if you want it to build apps for you. So use bolt.new. You potentially could use Minimax, but yeah, basically you get it. Raymond says, I want to train an AI avatar to promote products. Yeah, so if you want to learn how to create avatars, right, go to the AI Profit Boardroom, and then inside here, go to Classroom. And then inside this section, you'll see all my trainings and how I personally create videos, right? So this walks you through a full recipe and training on how I build out videos. You can see another process right here. And that basically guides you through step by step exactly how to create your own videos. So if you want to do that, learn how to create avatar videos, etc., we've got it all inside here, right? And it's quite easy to scale. I will tell you that, my friend, as long as you quality control it along the way. So that's basically it from me. I want to answer a few questions inside the AI Profit Boardroom because I promise every day that people are going to be able to use, be able to get like video Q&As on some of the more complex stuff. So Victor, for example, he said, AI Insider newsletter. I've been subscribing to this newsletter for the last year or so, subscribe.daily.ai. And you can see an example of it right here. It looks really cool. And you can see an example of what it's posting, etc. So yeah, that's a pretty cool way to use this. What else we got here? Cameron says aspiring Facebook YouTube channel. You can see how quickly we get back to people, by the way, inside the AI Profit Boardroom. So if you want to get your questions answered, if you want me to create a video of your questions, then feel free to join and I can just answer them. But for example, Cameron was saying aspiring faceless YouTube channel. So that's really cool. I mean, honestly, like it's so easy to create these now and make money out of them if you have the right process down, right? So I don't want to say it's easy. Disclaimer is like it does take work and it takes a lot of quality control, but you can grow faceless YouTube channels like it's possible. What else we got here? So the AI GIF challenge. Yeah, so we do like these fun stuff like drop a GIF that describes your AI journey so far. People with tin hats and stuff like that. And then also Jonathan was asking, like, what's the best AI tool to turn an image into a short video? I would recommend using Gemini, right? So if you want to turn a short image into a video, you can go to Gemini. You can say, okay, Banana Man, maybe create an image. So create an image of Banana Man. It will generate that image, right? And then what you can do is you can download that and turn it into a video via Veo 3. So that's the way that I like to do it. But yeah, basically that's it. So if you want to connect with me personally, if you want me to make a video covering this sort of stuff, feel free to join the AI Profit Boardroom. And also we do 5 live sessions a week. Plus we've got all the classroom. So link in the comments description if you want to check that stuff out. You see you can generate like an image like this. And then if you want to generate a video, just go to new chat, tools, create videos with Veo 3, plug in that image you just got right here. So let's upload that. And then boom, we'll click on submit. And that will basically turn this image into a video using Veo 3. So that's how you do it, Jonathan. All right, so I hope to see you in there. Cheers for watching. If you want us to just automate stuff for you as well, feel free to book in an AI automation session on that call. We can look at where you spend your time, figure out what systems you need to build it and automate it, and then we'll just go off and do that for you if you want to hire us as a client, right? Link in the comments description to book that in. Appreciate everyone watching, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.